Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here on the show to talk about some NBA news. Done my Money in the Bank recap and my NASCAR Xfinity review and the Dodger game, so if you want to go check out those videos, go check those out. But now I'm here to talk about some NBA. Alright, so first thing we're talking about here is some breaking news. About an hour ago, on NBA Central, DeMar DeRozan, some breaking news, is joining the Kings per at Shams Charania. And this is a big deal here. He tweeted out, he is finalizing a deal to sign with the Sacramento Kings, sources tell at The Athletic at Stadium. Some big news there, him going to that team. I still don't think they're a top 4 team in the West. They might be a first-round exit if they were to make the playoffs, in my opinion. But the deal, DeRozan becomes the most accomplished free agent commitment for the Kings in Sacramento. The Kings are finalizing a sign and trade to acquire DeRozan, sources said. I mean, he gave some good games for the Bulls, some game winners throughout his career over there, but it was time for him to move on. And also with this deal, DeRozan is signing a 3-year, $76 million deal with the Kings, from 70 to 74 to 76. Woj said 74 million. I don't know how much it is. It's probably 75, and they just like to keep us guessing. If there's probably bonuses, it's probably 74 million with 2 million in incentives. Probably. But whatever it is, it's probably be like between that 74, 76 million range. That's quite a lot of money for DeRozan, you know, at his age. I just don't know if I like this fit for the Kings. I don't know about this fit for Sacramento. I just don't think it raises the bar that they need to be at. And some details on this trade. The Sacramento Kings are agreed on a sign and trade that will land DeMar DeRozan on a 3-year deal. Send Harrison Barnes to the San Antonio Spurs and Chris Duarte. 2 second-round picks and cash to the Chicago Bulls. The Kings will also swap a Spurs 2032 pick, unprotected pick swap. Sources tell ESPN, 2031 per Woj. But I mean, adding DeMar DeRozan could be good for him, because DeMar and Fox in the fourth quarter, 2 clutch players. They're adding a clutch player. Like, I'm not saying he's the best player, but Fox and DeRozan, you're gonna have to stay on those 2 in clutch time, because they're really 2 clutch players. But I mean, I wouldn't say the Kings got fleeced. The man was a free agent. They could have traded for him they could have traded for him when they should have blown up the team years ago and got an actual value. They got 2 picks in Duarte for a dude that was going to leave anyways, and they got cash, some cash in return. I mean, I think it's a solid trade. I just don't know about the fit for DeMar DeRozan. But maybe they want another clutch player, so they just don't have to rely on De'Aaron Fox. So that could be another reason they made this move. And they wanted to keep up with the Western Conference's offensive arms race, so they brought DeMar DeRozan to go over here and join Fox and Sabonis. So, honestly, it's a good move. I think it's a solid move. I just don't know about the fit. What I mean is I just don't know about the fit on that team. So yeah, let's get into it. So, some more news. Simone Fontecchio, he has agreed on a 2-year, $16 million contract to return to the Detroit Pistons. Honestly, he's a sniper. I think it's a good re-sign because he's actually good. I think he's underrated. It's a great contract, about $8 million a year. He averaged 15.4 points per game on 42% of his three. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, fuck the nerd community. Fontecchio averaged 15.4 points on 42.6% of his 3-pointers in 16 games after arriving in a trade deadline with the Jazz. Honestly, that's good. That's a good re-sign. Dario Saric has agreed on a 2-year, $10.6 million deal with the Denver Nuggets. Sources tell ESPN the deal includes a player option in the 2nd year. He averaged 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists for his last year. I mean, it's a solid move, I guess. I think he's going to fit well with their system off the bench, especially in the non-Jokic minutes. So, 2-year deal there. Sidney Lowe is joining J.B. Bickerstaff's coaching staff with the Detroit Pistons, sources tell ESPN. Lowe had been with Bickerstaff as one of his assistants with the Cleveland Cavaliers too. And Lowe was previously a part of Dwayne Casey's coaching staff with the Pistons too, per Woj. We'll see if they actually stick with this. Well, how long will this last? Feels like everybody's making moves. I don't know how he'll do there. I just don't know if he can turn the Pistons into a winner. This guy just isn't that great of a coach. I just don't think he can turn them into a winner. I mean, a winner immediately. Free agent forward Miles Bridges has agreed on a 3-year, $75 million deal to return to the Charlotte Hornets. Sources tell ESPN. Pretty insane how a guy can go and do what he did and still get a big payday like this. Giving a criminal $25 million a year is crazy. I mean, yeah, he's been good for the Charlotte Hornets, but yeah, that much money. But they wanted to keep him with the core of LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller. So it's a 3-year, $75 million deal to return. A New York Knicks assistant, Johnny Bryant, has agreed on a deal to become the assistant head coach with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sources tell ESPN Bryant will join Kenny Atkinson's new staff after 4 years with the Knicks and the previous 6 with the Utah Jazz. That's a big L for the Knicks, especially after recently drafting some guards and wings that could have used some development. But I think they'll find good coaches, so it's not that big of a loss. The Washington Wizards are declining the $11 million option on guard Landry Shamet's contract. Sources tell ESPN a career of 38.4% three-point shooter, and he'll join the free agent market. I'm sure he'll go to a team that needs three-point shooting. But yeah, I don't think you want to pay him $11 million. The San Antonio Spurs are trading guard Devontae Graham and a second-round pick to the Charlotte Hornets. Sources tell ESPN the Hornets will waive Graham, allowing him to become a free agent. And the Hornets pay him the $2.85 million partial guarantee in his contract and gather up a future pick in the deal. Man, Brandon Graham gets traded and then gets waived. Did they waive back? So, free agent forward Caleb Martin is finalizing a deal with the Philadelphia 76ers. Sources tell ESPN. Impactful pickup for the Sixers, who bring on the playoff-tested veteran from Miami. They're going to mess around and be good. But who knows, man? It could be another Heat player that's going to lose his devil magic as soon as he's signed elsewhere, and this could happen. But in the past 2 seasons, he's averaged 13.6 points, 50% shooting, and 44% on 3 points versus 7, including regular season playoffs. That's his most points per game versus Eastern Conference opponent that's been per ESPN Stats and Info. Yeah, I'm telling you, he's only good against the Celtics. And it's a 4-year contract for him. So, basically, it's a 4-year, $32 million. 4 years, $32 million. It's quite a lot for Caleb Martin. He's going to be one of those Heat players that, all he does good for the Heat and then goes elsewhere and does trash. The 76ers will waive forward/center Paul Reed, whose contract is not guaranteed for next season, sources tell ESPN. He's going to go to another team, and the Sixers are going to regret letting him go. He was a good backup for them. I think he's a pretty solid player who done good in the minutes he played for him. I don't know if they could trade him for anything, but that's all the news from Woj. So we're going to get to the NBA Central, and then I'll upload this. So apparently, Caleb Martin, we're going to get to talk about him again. He reportedly turned down a 5-year, $65 million offer from the Heat a week ago, and he signed with the Sixers for 4 years at $32 million per FLA Sports Buzz. So he turned down 1 more year and more money. Man, this man is actually stupid, man. How the fuck you fumble that? You hate to see him leave, but he also needs to fire his agents. Took a massive L and the Heat saved money. This is the W for the Heat, man. Not taking a 5-year, $65 million to Caleb Martin. That'd be way too much money. I'm not going to talk about the DeMar DeRozan thing here because he's already traded and I already mentioned it. The Dallas Mavericks are showing interest in Dennis Smith Jr. and Spencer Dinwiddie. Alright, Mike A. Scott. The Dallas Mavericks have considered bringing one of 2 former guards back to the team. Spencer Dinwiddie and Dennis Smith Jr. League sources told Hoops Hype. Should Dinwiddie and Smith Jr. land somewhere, Malachi Flynn is also on Dallas' radar. Hope's hype has learned. He scored a career high 50 points last season with Detroit. That Flynn game's probably the most random 50 points I've ever seen. Yeah, Dinwiddie's fall needs to be studied, man. They don't want to bring him back. He's not going to help him. It's not going to help him in beat, say, if they want to make the finals again, if they have to play the Celtics again, they're not going to beat them. The Miami Heat and Denver Nuggets were angry to sign Buddy Hield before he joined the Warriors. Pat McAfee Scott. The Detroit Pistons flirted with the idea of offering Hield a one-year deal, but they said chose to preserve cap space to be a potential salary dump destination for teams, league sources told Hoops Hype. The Denver Nuggets Miami Heat also expressed interest in Hield. Hoops Hype has learned. Finally, the Athletic reported the Los Angeles Lakers also expressed interest in the sharpshooter. So yeah, I guess it just comes down to he wanted to join the Warriors over the Heat, Nuggets, and Lakers. That's just, he could have went somewhere else, but he wanted to go to the Warriors. I mean, I don't know what we're supposed to do with this information. It just turns out he wanted to go there. But of course the Heat had interest and it didn't happen. So, per your report, Paul George has been speaking with LeBron James, watching film on Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant to adjust his game at age 34. A little too late, buddy. I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's not going to happen, man. Josh Hart thinks a healthy Knicks team with Julius Randle could have pushed the Celtics to 6 or 7 games in last season's playoffs. I mean, maybe. I think a healthy Knicks would have gave him a run. I don't know. We'll see. I think it would have been a really good series, though, if that happened. This report yesterday said Golden State has a heavily pick-based offer on the table for Lauri Markkanen per T. Jones on the NBA. Golden State has an offer on the table, and it's substantial for Lauri Markkanen. I think offers are heavily pick-based. What complicates it is the Warriors only have 2 unprotected picks plus a protected first-rounder. I mean, Danny Ainge could take the picks. Nothing really come out of this, though. This was yesterday, but who knows what will happen after that. I mean, that's all the NBA we want to talk about here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So, until next time, have a lot. Peace.